On demand. I had a really good suggestion from someone. If you have suggestions about readings you'd like to see or questions you'd like asked that will apply to the collective, not just personal Q&A, then put it down in the comments, please. If you're looking for the May single zodiac, they are over on Patreon. We also do a live reading every Thursday night on Patreon that has to do with twin flame, spiritual ascension, things like that. Also, the morning readings, morning messages have a lot to do with spiritual path. So let's see what's going on here. That's very interesting. I think they'll all come together because we're shifting from 3D living into 5D living. That's what tomorrow's video is about. Talking about the differences in those things, and it just came out of the reading. So also talking about all the powerful retrogrades that are happening. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. This is called It's Complicated. So I'm just going to do some scenarios, kind of like pick a card, but not. All right, so I'm not doing this predetermined. I'm just going to do 3 scenarios, 3 readings, and then there'll be an extended for each one. In the extended, I will talk about multiple choices, multiple options. You know, if you follow down this path, follow down that path. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, so we will call this Group A. Distant Thunder. It's complicated, I know. See, that's the whole idea. Distant Thunder. Begin now. Take your first step. Answering the call. So this is a situation that has to do with knowing that you're going to make some big changes in your life. And there's likely another person who is not going to understand, maybe more than one. So there's going to need to be some communication up front. There's going to need to be that because this situation is going to cause you to move, take your first step. That's really what's happening. You're going to move into your spiritual mission. Woo! Okay, you jumped out at me. All right. This is about a relationship that you take action to end the commitment. Justice and Hierophant very definitively has to do with legally ending a long-term commitment. Now, I don't know if that's a marriage or if that's a living together arrangement or if it's a financial arrangement with a business partner or something like that. But you, as Queen of Wands, taking action, you're going to have to do that, and you're going to have to do that, okay? You know that that's coming. Because you're likely going to follow down a spiritual path for your work. It could be about a boss. It could be about following your calling, obviously answering the call. The time is now to take your first step. So clearing the air is really where, let's see where we go here. I'm going to just do this part of the reading. Like I said, let's set the situation. All right, all right, all right. These readings may have different spreads just because whatever comes out, okay? That's just how I do it. Queen of Swords. Underneath, you have clarity. I feel like you might have done a meditation retreat or done something that has cleared your air, right? You got it. You got it. You know. High Priestess comes out. This is even more clarity to that viewpoint, okay? It ends more credence to it. You might be like this right now. Mostly because there's a conflict between what your life looks like on the outside to other people or even in practice and what's really going on with you, what's really happening underneath. So right now there's this, I don't know. I used to say that a lot when I was mulling over a situation where I might have to make a difficult decision. And, I would talk about it with my friends and I would just be like, I don't know. And finally, one of them said, yeah, you do. You do know. You just don't want to do it. Or you just don't want to take the action yet. Whatever that action is. Three of Pentacles, this is the situation. Like I said, it could be about a work situation. Pentacle is something that exists in a grounded way, like in a physical way, tangible way. So it's not an idea; it's an actual thing. It's a marriage. It's a business. It's a partnership. It's a master's degree. It's a thing that comes from extended effort and applied forward movement. Okay, you're every single day you're working at this. You're working at this. You are confused about this. There's lots of things coming up for you. There's lots of fear around changing that situation. Opportunity. Star. Now, the star is about healing energy. It's also about a wish granted. It's Aquarian energy, so it can be kind of ethereal as opposed to something that's very concrete, right? This is what is right in front of you. So, for example, you could be very clear that you want to start your own business, or that you want to become single, or that you want to follow down a different path than where you started with this situation, whatever this situation is. Remember, it's complicated, right? So it's complicated because your feelings are getting in the way. There's some feeling about loyalty to a certain person, or I started this thing, I've got to follow it down. I put so much time and effort into this career, into this thing. If I change it now, everybody will think I'm crazy, right? This is clarity applied. This is about you saying, oh, there's an opportunity now. This is the card in the space of opportunity. So you're going to have less darkness, right? In the moon card, it's a dark night, right? It's a lot of dark night of the soul. There's a lot of confusion, and it's Piscean energy. Aquarian energy, super clear, like this. No doubts. And that's the opportunity that's coming along. You may get something granted to you in the way of like a crossroads, a choice. It's really clear what you're supposed to be doing here because you've been doing the work. Four of Swords, more healing energy. This is going to require you to also take advantage of any kind of healing opportunity that comes across your path. You might get a chance to go to a spa, or to go to a retreat, or do a retreat for yourself, or something like that. This is what you're manifesting. How did we get here? Ace of Pentacles. You asked for it. Here it comes. All right, here it's coming. And the thing that a lot of people are confused about when it comes to manifesting is, well, I want this really cool thing. I want this new relationship. I want this new job situation, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings when I quit or when I break it off. There may be some legal ramifications, financial ramifications. I don't want that. I want it to be easy and effortless. And by all means, manifest easy and effortless. But it doesn't mean that other people aren't going to do what they're going to do. Okay? Because that's free will. Look at that. This is where you're going. Chariot. Doing what's right for you and moving forward. This is so interesting because look at this. You see the symmetry in the symbolism here. You see the two pillars and the two dogs, right? And I don't know where I'm going, the crawdad coming out, or whatever that is, coming. It looks like a lobster, but it's for sure not a lobster. It looks more like a scorpion or something coming out of the water, coming out of the deep feelings. Cancerian energy, also watery, but now directed, right? The lions are looking straight ahead. He's got the reins in his hand. He's powerful. And it's not confusing anymore. It's like, oh, I know where I'm going now because I can see. The star is giving you light to see. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is where you're moving toward. That makes me feel good. In the past, the complication here is that somebody made an offer to you that seemed good at the time. It was very romantic, but it was very kind of old school, looking back to the past, looking, I don't know, kind of like romantic, a little, nostalgic. And it seemed like a good idea at the time. It's no longer something that you need to hold to, but I feel like I'm not sure about that. Fool. This is how other people are going to see you, right? And you might look like a fool to other people, but you know exactly what you're doing here. And it's like, well, part of the block to you moving on is because you want people to see you a certain way. In the Three of Pentacles, you see how people are kind of looking up to him, and you could have a job or a lifestyle or a marriage or a situation that people are like, wow, isn't that amazing that you did that? Or isn't that beautiful? What a great example of a good marriage. And you're like, yeah, it's over. That's why you're tied up. Your belief system is getting in the way of what your feelings are telling you. That's why you're having that confusion. That's the immediate future still in that. Star is like, it's very gentle. It's not a tower moment. All right. It's oh, the light's been turned on. I finally get to see what's going on here. This is the hopes and fears. Okay. The devil is about excess. The devil is about doing something because you felt like you had to do it, or it just made sense to me. I can't tell you how many people said to me, well, when we got married, it just seemed to make sense for me. And now you're seeing that is not, or when you went into this career or whatever, it made sense at the time, but now it's past the time when that needs to be relinquished. High Priestess, are you freaking kidding me? You do know. Just not saying right now. Just not saying right now. That's amazing. This is a very spiritual calling. Could be moving away, like I said, moving away from something. There could also be legal ramifications to that, and that's why you've stayed. Your health insurance or something, and this is going away. This is no longer going to be a thing that holds you back. So we're going to do the extended, and I'm going to look at if you follow down this path, if you follow down that path, give you some guidance about what's going to be happening. All right, and we see where we go. This is happening. The Ace of Pentacles is the timing card within this year. And it looks to me like it can go fast or it can go slow. The slow looks painful to me. All right, let's see where we go. All right, Group A, I'll see you over there. Link is below. Group A, link is below. I'll see you over there. Hey, Group B. All right, so let's see what the situation is here. It's complicated reading. Like I said, in the extended, we will look at options. Option A, option B. So let's see, for you, Group B, what is the situation here? What is the situation we're looking at here? Wow. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Come here, you. Answering the call. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. It could feel like right now there's nothing going on. This does feel to me like you're already undergoing some kind of dark night of the soul. You may not be able to see your way clear right now. There's also, it's likely someone is going to reach out to you with an opportunity. Open the door, answer the phone, answer the email. The breakthrough comes when you take some kind of action. So let's see here. What's going on for you? What's going on for you? Dark night of the soul right now. I see Two of Cups here. I see Two of Cups. I see Ace of Pentacles, and I see the Fool. Judgment, Queen of Cups, Sun. It's likely that a love interest, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, is involved in this situation. This person could be asking you to get married. Could be asking for some kind of commitment from you. Let's do this. All right, you, one card for you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo. Empress. Wow. Beautiful love energy, Venus energy, Venus, Taurus, and Libra. The other person, Ten of Cups. My goodness, those are the two cards for Twin Flame. Okay, this is a spiritual connection that has to do with your life path. What's this situation about? Eight of Cups. Walking this twin flame path could take you away from a lot of comfort. Could put you on the road. Doing this might mean that you relinquish all your home. Might mean go out on the road. How you're seeing things. Knight of Swords. It's moving too fast for you. Might be moving too fast, or it's likely to move fast for you. How they're seeing things. Queen of Wands. Passionately. Why wait? Yes, you're right. They are moving fast. But the thing is that when the Empress is being asked to like leave behind her lush gardens, her home, that may be a situation where you're not really sure what to do next. This person, it's complicated part is that you like your stuff. Let's see what else happens. Yes, you like your stuff. This card, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, is all very much about home and hearth. Really liking that, feeling good. Higher self, message for this other person. Five of Cups. So this other person could be married to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Person could be, there's the Leo again. This crossroads is bringing this offer, or this person in your life is bringing you to the crossroads, bringing them to the crossroads where they have to choose between an existing life. It could be vice versa, right? An existing life and one together. But it's going to require somebody really hurting another person. Okay. I feel like you are very comfortable, single. I think this other person is married. Feels like this other person's married, okay? Twin flame connection, this is a calling. You have a calling to do together. What you're not seeing here. King of Pentacles. Magician. Wow. I don't know that you're seeing that this person can really create enough wealth for you. Are you feeling weird about that? Let's see. You're not sure this person can be. Oh, wow. You guys are King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know that you're, so this mission, or this walking away from wherever, from an existing situation, maybe it feels like you're leaving behind like a comfortable home situation, whatever. What you're not seeing is that you guys are going to create a lot of abundance. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, they're not seeing it either. You guys are together, you're like master manifestors. afraid of the discomfort, right? Eight of Swords, Page of Cups, Tower, Hermit, Emperor, Three of Cups, Four of Swords. So sleeping on it, this does say to me that you're something about the mindset that you believe that it'll be starting all over again, or that you believe that walking with this person is going to be uncomfortable. They may have relinquished all of their worldly goods. They might have given away all their money to their ex-wife or their ex-husband. Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like its complicated part is that if you guys run away I feel like there's something about running away together. And I feel like you guys can't see over the next hill, and so you're stuck. Can't see what's going to happen if you do this. If you do this, you can't see what's going to happen. So it's like you're both stuck in a mindset of like, oh, this person's like, I've got to stay because my spouse has some mental ups and downs, mood swings, things like that. Don't want to do a third party, not interested in that. So how is this ever going to work? We know we're supposed to be together, and I feel like what's coming is a little bit of a tower moment, and the tower moment is that you're going to have to just do it and then deal with the consequences of whatever that is. So it's like you're not going to see on the other side of it what it is, how it's going to play out, what the ramifications are with this person. And it's on purpose that I feel like the universe is letting you sit in this Eight of Swords, not telling you until you make the decision. We don't know where this is going until we make the decision. What you're not seeing is that this is likely to financially be very successful, very rewarding, and you guys are a good match for each other. But you're not likely to see that, okay? It's kind of part of the deal. So when this tower comes in, what's going to happen on the other side of this is there's going to be a moment in time where you're going to have to a little bit pay the piper. Hermit, you're going to have to see what has been happening to this other person because of this third party. Okay. Now, for some of you, this other person is kind of a narcissistic partner. They have a karmic partner here, and there's something about this, seeing what happened, seeing your actions, how they affect this other person. I feel like that's been not really on your radar. They're just some kind of abstract person. But your partner here is kind of feeling divided or having a hard time with this because they do know that their partner is in some way needing them. But part of this moving forward is about working through that. The codependency here is pretty loud. Okay, and I feel like when you do, I do feel like you guys are going to move toward this tower. They're going to make an offer to let's go. And then what happens after that? Okay? You're not going to be able to see it, or you can't see it right now. We're going to explore that though. How's that? I feel like this person has this is underneath. These are the cards from underneath. So this person likely feels like they want to make this official, some kind of commitment, go down a new road, a new path. This has to do with twin flame energy. So this person is at a crossroads, following their heart. They're just waiting for you to make a decision. And what's happening right now is Eight of Swords. Stuck in the mindset of, remember what I said about the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress? The Queen of Pentacles is the other thing. You guys are very similar in that you do like comfortable home and all of that stuff. And if this is about going out on the road, you both might be like, yeah, I'm not sure about that. But there is a certain amount of walking away from an old way of doing things and moving into a new expression. This person is a master manifester, someone who really can bring about, and the Queen of Pentacles, you'll be comfortable with this person. This will be very comfortable, but you're going to have to walk this spiritual path first. All right, so let's get a little bit more information about that. I do feel like there might be some anger on your part that they're not moving faster. They need to be moving faster. They might be dealing with someone who has, like I said, some bipolar or depression or something like that. Unpredictable. I used to say that about frogs all the time. I don't like frogs. I mean, you know, in theory, they're cute, I guess, but like, I don't like frogs because unpredictable movement. Like, you never know what it's going to do. All of a sudden, whoop, just jumps. That's my little girl going, I don't like frogs. But that's what this is about. It's unpredictable movement. It's like, okay, I'm going to jump. Are you jumping off of two stairs? Are you jumping off of the second floor? Both of those things require a jump, but what's on the other side of it? And I do feel like you could connect, by connecting to love, you're going to be connected to what's on the other side of it, which is the sun. How that might look, we'll see. Okay, Group B? Okay. Link is below for you. Let's follow this down. Let's look at blocks. Let's look at option A, option B. Follow it, don't follow it. What is not, what is your higher self recommending? Okay? So, link is below for you, Group B. I'll see you over there. Okay, so Group C, it's complicated. What situation are we dealing with here? Let's see. I think I'm going to do a different spread than I've done in the other two. No, I did that one in the Group B. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, I know. Yay! Let's see what's going on. For some reason, you just feel the energy of what's going to be happening, and you're just like, this is going to be it. All right. Messages for those watching, please. Group C, it's complicated. What is going on for you guys? Woo, the fates. Wheel of Fortune showing up there. A leg up. Co-create. I feel like things are going to get a lot easier for you, or a lot easier because the Jupiter retrograde, something about some of you were born with Jupiter in retrograde. Like me, a lot of people were born with Jupiter in retrograde. And you feel better when Jupiter is in retrograde. Something about that. Or the Jupiter retrograde period is going to be good for you. Jupiter in Capricorn, May 14th to September 13th. This is a time to review, reassess, reflect on your vision, your ideals, and your belief systems. So, also, Saturn in Capricorn, this is all in retrogrades, May 11th to the September 29th. That's about restructuring things in relationship. For some reason, I don't know why, but I needed to say that, okay? So, the Jupiter piece here is, you might be seeing that combining efforts is going to bring in a lot of good luck. Going to bring in a lot of opportunity. Combining efforts. You see in this card here, the polar bears is the mama polar bear and the baby. And then in this one, it's the cheetah and the owl, right? Each one of them has their strong suits. So it might have been, in the past, it might have been something that was more codependent, and now it's co-creative. Ooh, How about that? All right, let's see what's going on for you. Gonna use our regular spread that we do in the everyday dailies. See what I mean? Creative, ah! Just saying. Just saying. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh man. Tower. Underneath, tower. This is well, towers you don't usually see coming, but that is in the subconscious part of what's going on right now. Let's see, let me lay this out. King of Cups, Fool, Ten of Wands. Boy, if that's not following your heart. King of Coins, King of Pentacles there. Four of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Star, my ears are burning. Star, High Priestess, woo! Three of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so there's somebody here who's following their heart. One of you is following your heart, and I feel like you're having a lot, you're doing a lot of hard work, and not for nothing, but it's like, does it need to be that hard? That's, we were talking about Jupiter in Capricorn and Saturn in Capricorn, ruled by, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And so Saturn is the god of hard work, right? Doing it the hard way. Jupiter in Capricorn is luck comes, but it's the, you deserve it because you've been working so dang hard. I feel like you might be either relinquishing that or doubling down on working so hard that the tower shows up. Okay, working too hard at something. Following your heart, working too hard. Some of you could be just relinquishing hard work altogether and realizing that following your heart is doing it the easy way, allowing Jupiter to bring luck in, doing it the easy way. Let me say that again. The King of Cups here, following your heart, jumping in with reckless abandon. Some of you not seeing how much hard work it's going to be. Some of you seeing the hard work. I feel like the King of Pentacles here, this person you're dealing with, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, sees how much hard work, what you want to do is super hard work. The path you want to follow here, even though it's your heart, is going to be a lot of effort. Okay, and as luck would have it, Jupiter in retrograde in Capricorn is, you're correct. You're correct, okay? That is the way. That is the way. But it might be a different way of doing it. Not, what I'm saying to you is that a way that you used to do hard work isn't working anymore. It won't work anymore. You're going to need to relinquish that. If you double down on doing the hard work, then the tower shows up. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? So there's some kind of fine line here, some kind of balance in terms of, hey, I'm following my heart and this is going to be so wonderful and amazing. I feel like you have kind of a curmudgeon here in this King of Coins, this King of Pentacles. Not a naysayer, but someone who kind of like shakes their finger at you. A little bit like, no, 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 it's this way. You need to do it this way, not that way. It's a little bit off-putting. You might be in relationship with this person already. This person could be a family member. This person could be a lover or a husband or a wife or something like that. And I feel like you really going with the flow, following things. You're like, I can't really explain it, but I know that this is coming. I know that something really good is coming with this. The fates and co-creating with the universe. It's like you might seem too optimistic or too naive, okay, to people, especially somebody who is a King of Pentacles, because, hey, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I've done the hard work. I know what it takes to build a business. I know what it takes to be successful. And the other person's like, well, what do you mean by successful? Like, what does that even mean? So there's this confrontation or combination of ideas around success. And I feel like this King of Pentacles is like, no, 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 do it my way. So the complication here is that how we get to being successful. Ooh, I just went and picked up some tomato plants and they just smell delicious. How we get to being successful, there's a disagreement here. And it can be successful in relationships. No, 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 you've got to do it my way. There's a little bit of my way or the highway here. You guys are both very capable. You each go to the beat of a different drummer, however. Okay? So, what's interesting here is the relationship can take two paths. Star is the wish granted card. High Priestess is the internal knowing card. So the Star is like, maybe that seemed as a little too naive, a little too not too naive. It's just naive, right? Or it's optimistic on a positive way. The High Priestess just knows. There's like, no, I don't really feel like you guys are on the same page here. Okay, and so what happens is Three of Swords. Not on the same page. Hi, Rose. Seven of Cups. The King of Cups has a lot of choices. Seven of Wands, another seven. Wheel of Fortune. What's underneath here? Two of Wands. So whoever this is, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarian energy here. Somebody who's very optimistic, very spiritual, really following down the path, going literally walking the path, putting down the burden of this person is living their life in a 5D kind of way, very consciously making decisions about, I want to follow my heart. I want to co-create with the universe. I'm ready for things to come in. I'm allowing, I'm manifesting, right? I know how the universe works. I know how things flow. Water, right? This person represents water and optimism. This person represents earth. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo doesn't have to be that. Yep, Eight of Pentacles. Nose to the grindstone. Knight of, oh, wow. Okay, so the interesting thing is here. So the Two of Wands, right, we get those very optimistic cards. Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands. This person wants to do it their way. Two of Wands. This is the beginning part of the manifesting. This person, I'm not quite sure. This could be a relationship. This could be a work situation. But it's complicated because this person has a belief system in the hard work, right? Very 20th century. Knight of Pentacles. I'm not saying you're not applying effort, right? I'm not saying, oh, just sit on your couch and hope and things show up. Like, that's not really how law of attraction works. You know that, right? It's more about, hey, I'm in the energy of it arriving and I'm putting in the joyful effort. It's not about, oh, I got to grind it out. You know, it's got to feel that way to this person. It's got to feel like I'm grinding it out. Okay? Three of Wands, the expectation is, Hanged Man. I'm going to make a sacrifice. I have to make hard sacrifices for work. Anything, this is like represents an old way of thinking. Anything worth doing, it's worth, you know, killing yourself for, grinding out really hard. This person here is not there at all. This person here is like, I'm going to go into this in a joyful way, in a loving way. So these two people have come to it's a crossroads, but it's more like a head-to-head competition almost. This represents a relationship that has a fundamental difference of opinion in how the universe works. And what's complicated about this is the nature of the relationship. What is the nature of this relationship? Eight of Cups, Three of Cups, Six of Cups, Sun. The nature of this relationship is likely you guys have known each other for a really long time. This could be a friendship from childhood, a lover come back from childhood or from an earlier time in your life. And this is a very different, you both have traveled the road in a very different way, right? And so now this person's coming back into your life, Six of Cups, and there's just such a difference of opinion that there's always like this banging heads and banging heads. And I feel like there's really nice feelings between the two of you, but the banging heads part, I think, is not going to lead anywhere good. One more thing. So what's the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this? 10 of Pentacles, Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. So this says to me, in a romantic relationship, this is an opportunity to be having a traditional marriage. 10 of Pentacles, Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this person who is supposed to be the Queen of Pentacles here is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is the nurturing energy. It's coming from a different place, though. It's not a pentacle place. It's a heart-centered place. This person is living life in the 5D way. This person's living life in a 3D way. And I do feel like this person in the 3D way is going to be surprised at the tower that's showing up, that their life is going to be, they can put all that effort and energy into hard work and all that stuff, but it's in retrograde. This is about rethinking how this works, rethinking how the world works. I have a feeling that this is a good opportunity for a marriage or for a lifelong bond, but it does feel to me like somewhere along the line this was a fork in the road. That's different than a crossroads to me. A crossroads is like, well, they're both about making decisions about which way to go. It just feels to me like the path is diverging, not coming together. It's getting wider. So back to these cards up here, the leg up or the co-create. So the fate is that this relationship comes together, comes to a head over the belief systems about the two people. A leg up and co-create. One of them is very codependent. I believe the King of Pentacles here is very codependent. The other, the King of Cups, is co-creating with the universe, using their heart chakra to feel into things. What would that feel like? What would I want? How's that going to look at the end of the day? Yeah, that sounds like something I'm really excited about. Let's do that. And the King of Pentacles is, let's do something that just makes money. Let's do something that makes money. Let's talk about something that's going to be a business, that's going to be revenue positive, and all of these kind of buzzwords and things, and putting in the work and effort. And I have a feeling that at the end of the day, this King of Cups, the one who is co-creating with the universe, first of all, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier. They're going to have an easier path about it, especially moving forward. Maybe in the 20th century, that was the right thing. But now, as we're moving into this new level, this 5D kind of conscious manifesting, living consciously, that's what 5D is. It's about not... Unconsciously is 3D, where this is how it's supposed to work. Well, how would you question that? This is why it's supposed to work like this. The person who's in the 5D is like, I'm living my truth. I'm doing what is joyful for me, because that is what manifests more abundance, more joy to me. It's just a divergent philosophy here. And I feel like the star is the path of healing this. I do feel like this relationship has some healing properties. I also feel like it's about intuition. And I feel like you might have wished, the star, you might have wished for this person to come into your life. And now that they're here, you deeply know that this is not going in the same direction. So I'm going to continue on with this. I'm going to look at what if you stay. I feel like you're the one who's very co-creating with the universe, positive, right? That kind of optimistic. And this person is somebody who is, I used to call them blocks of wood, right? There's somebody who thinks they know how it works and they might have it one time, but maybe not now. So I'm going to continue on with the extended. I will look at if you follow this person, if you go in your own direction, what's ahead. This Three of Swords, we're going to follow that down a little bit more and see where we go. Okay? All right, Group C, the link is for you. I feel like your path is not only an optimistic path, but a spiritual one as well. Okay. All right. Link to Group C